This is Isaiah from Superhero South back with his second half of Defenders Season 1, episodes 5 through 8. This is a spoiler review, so if you have not watched these episodes, do not watch this video any further. Just warning, I just wanted to get into this real quick. The whole second half, I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet, even though there's a lot to go into. I'm going to try to keep it as short as I possibly can, so let's go ahead and just get into this thing. Alright, this second half, 5 through 8, moves at a very brisk pace, keeping up with the characters and also with the story. It definitely tries to wrap itself up quick. It doesn't try to overstay its welcome. It's a good thing and also it's a bad thing, because especially, at least the kind of characters, getting, Drax cut under the neck. Let me just get into the pros really quick. The team coming together, absolutely awesome. And I'm being by really, really, really awesome. The dynamic was on point. Matt and Jessica, amazing. Luke and Danny, amazing. Loved it. Loved every freaking minute of it. Matt and Jessica, for me, kind of stole the show. They were just, I actually want to see them in more series together. It's really awesome how Charlie Cox and Kristen Ritter really has this really good chemistry on screen, especially with his character being blind and her just being a smart ass. It's just, I love it. It's just really awesome. Luke and Danny, heroes for hire, please. Can we just get that? That would be, they kept alluding to it. I'm like, come on, Netflix. Are you going to do it or you're not going to do it? Just whatever. Just give it to us. We'll watch it. But yeah, I just see these characters just keep going together. Just keep teaming up with each other every time they're on screen. Next, action. The action was absolutely spectacular. Just seeing Danny fight actually more direct in this season was awesome. Matt still has it. Like, there were scenes when he was fighting Elektra. Oh, mwah. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. But the thing when it came to Matt and Jessica is you could tell they were so out of their element. They were just fighting just regularly, just punch, throw. They weren't really making the kills. Like, they really weren't even trying to kill them as much. They were just, probably knocking them out. I didn't hear any bone cracking or, just knocking them out and throwing them. But that's the thing. Think about it. A couple of days earlier, they didn't even hear about ninjas and this place with the hands, so they got to do what they got to do. So, yeah. All right, next point. Villains. The villains were definitely on point. Were on point with their action sequences, especially when they led to different characterizations and things of that such. I loved how, especially dealing with Bakudo and Colleen, I love they actually gave Colleen this end to her story in the beginning of a new one. Like, where does she go now that the hand is gone? The hand is gone. She's really has nothing that tethers her to that past anymore. So where does it go? So I'm glad they left that door open for her and her character. Madame Gal was, even though you could tell she's like one little on the cane with the old lady, that woman can use her abilities to fight. And I like when her and Jessica were fighting, and she just went like, Flah! And just threw this wall of brick at her, and I'm like, okay, this lady beast. And I personally don't believe Madame Gal is dead. I'm just going to say that right now. I believe if Matt is out of that hole, I believe Elektra is too, and also Madame Gal. They're out there somewhere. So I don't believe we've seen the last of Madame Gal, but I'll get to the other two in a minute. But yeah, Madame Gal, I believe she's still out there. Like, they didn't show Elektra's body, and they also didn't show Madame Gal's. So they're probably keeping that shrouded in mystery for future seasons. So next, rest in peace, Stick. It was kind of sad seeing Elektra actually put a knife through his heart, or through his chest, more likely. But he kind of had to come in. I had a feeling they were going to kind of kill him off, because after the whole hand thing, what's really left for him? This whole story was done. What was really left for him to do? Pretty much nothing. So, they had to do that. So I kind of understand now. But moving on. Also, Rest in peace, Misty's arm. Misty's arm got taken off and in the fight against Bakudo versus Colleen, and that was it was kind of satisfying to see because now we see where Misty's character is going to be going, especially since she's going to be in Iron Fist season 2. So, and also her in the hospital with her and Colleen. I'm glad they're building up that particular dynamic. So, where they go from there, I can't wait to see. That's going to be probably be the most interesting show for me that's coming up in these next couple of years. I want to see where Danny goes from here and where Misty goes and where her and Colleen do because I'm feeling they're teasing something big with the whole Daughters of the Dragon thing. So yeah, love that. All right, now to my cons. This is where I kind of get little. Oh, everybody said, "Oh, you're being too hard." I mean, it was just a story. It was just story was before the hand. They wanted world domination. No, there were some things that had to be explained. Like first, Alexandra. I didn't buy her character for a minute. It seems like she was all talk. She was all talk. I mean, there were some points where I did like her, and there were some points where I didn't like her. It seemed like they just put her character there just to be the leader, and then have Elektra take her out. I was not. To me, I was that was not satisfying at all. I mean, I like Elektra's character, but her becoming the new leader of the Hand and just that no. The story that Stick told about the five fingers of the hand and why they were banished and they were doing some crazy stuff in Come One. I wanted to see all five of them in action against these four. Against these four. That's where they really should have been. But having that redeeming moment with Elektra at the end, okay, you guys can keep that. I'll take that. But her killing off Alexandra, that was a no-no. To me, that was a no-no. But I'll love it in rewatches and stuff. I'll go rewatch it again to see if I'm just being too anal with this. But yeah, I mean that was a really big con for me. The next thing on my here list was what really was the Hand's plan for the city. Even though they just wanted to destroy it, it seemed like there wasn't a good enough reason for them to destroy it. It seems like they've been building this up since Daredevil season 1. And it feels like we kind of get a resolution to it, but we don't. We still don't understand why. Like, even though, like, they said they've destroyed cities like this with Pompeii and Chernobyl, like, what's been the point? You just guys just want to do it because you want to do it? Or is this just, there's a purpose? Is there a purpose to it, you know? But, yeah, another con, that's just one of them cons that just kind of, it stays in the back of my mind and it makes me remember they were pressed for time in this, but they could have went into more detail as to why, you know. But all right, next, yeah, Danny. There were some instances where he was just getting on my nerves, like with him just fighting Luke and Jessica and Matt, and especially Matt was almost kind of owning him in that warehouse fight after they killed the black Hand member. I was like, I'm like, dude, this is not your only fight. So stop acting like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. So, but I felt like in Iron Fist season 2, there's gonna be a lot more growth with him actually becoming the Iron Fist that we want to know him as. So, like, I'm not gonna tap out on Danny Rand, especially the way they did him in his first season. I won't tap out on that, but. I'm glad they're kind of taking it as a slope from a kid to an adult. Because there was a line, I think, where Gal said, you're like a kid who needs his mother for his hand to hold. So I'm thinking, okay. She also asked him, do you still want the hand? So it's really, this is really like, it is like a coming of age story for Danny. Like, you keep talking about you're the protector of Kunlun, but you believe everything these masters told you, but they kept things from you. So it seems like going forward, we're going to branch out with Danny. And we're going to see his develop to becoming his really own person. Because there was points where his exposition, he had to keep re-explaining things. And I'm like, okay, dude, we get it. Just keep going. I just wanted to be like Jessica, like, all right, dude, we get it. Dang. But, alright, next. Con. Supporting characters, it was great seeing Karen, Foggy, and it was great seeing them, like Karen, Foggy, Trish, Malcolm. It was great seeing them, but they really didn't have much to do. So I was thinking, okay, maybe they could have written them more, a little something more to do. But you know, we had Claire and Colleen, so they were doing what they can do. But it seems like Foggy and Karen, they could have did a little bit more. But Karen being a reporter, but Foggy, but just being supporting characters. But I think that's just me, just nitpicking. But Trish was really not even needed for the show. You could have told her just to lay low in her apartment and in her danger room. That's right, she had a danger room. Just tell her to lay low in her danger room until all this was over. So she really didn't even serve a purpose. So yeah, but like I said, little nitpick here and there, but it's all right. But Matt also sacrificing himself. We get that he's coming back, but the point of him sacrificing himself and trying to make them dig up this emotional moment at the end with him and Elektra, it kind of not pays off because when you see him lying in that monastery, it seems like he's like, okay, he's back, but also it's Gal back, it's Elektra back. It kind of opens back up some of those old rules, but also opening up a whole new story. So what are they going to do in Daredevil season 3 that kind of changes this whole story? But like I said, I don't know if Gal is alive or dead, or Elektra's alive or dead. But hopefully in season 3 of Daredevil they really go into that, or Iron Fist season 2 or whatever. Yeah, that's one of those. Another, I'm gonna say it's an issue, but please explain that. You guys have a whole nother couple of shows coming up. Please explain that. All right, capping it off. Overall, this show was actually really, really good. I would actually, if I have to rate this on a scale, I would give it an 8.7 out of 10. Like I said, it has problems story-wise and things like that, but it redeems it up in good action and good character development and good team dynamics with the characters, and that goes with supporting cast as well. It has redeeming quality, so this show is by no way not a bad show. Like, despite what critics want to say about it, could have been, well, some I've read, but many critics have said this is really good, and some say it could have been better. So you kind of got, like, to me, you seem like you got a mixed crowd. But overall, this show is awesome. I mean, it really pays off in a way. So anybody that's wants to go back and watch these episodes again, go back and watch it. These are this is great television here. So overall, like I said, 8 out of 10. If you like what you guys heard, click subscribe down here at the bottom. Comment. Let me know what you guys liked about the show. Did I miss anything? Did I overlook something? Let me know. Let the conversation keep going. You can find me on Twitter at real REEL_Sage SAGE on Twitter, and also you can find me at Superhero South on Facebook. Connect there. Let's talk. Let's see where let's conversate. So this is Isaiah signing off from Superhero South again. Until next time. Bye bye.